So with F1 25 coming out, I'm obviously taking a bit of a break from F1 2015, which means I need something else to satisfy my urge to be tortured mentally. We're returning to F1 Ranked. I would call this video day 1 of F1 Ranked, but truth be told, I tried playing Ranked on day 1 and no one was fucking playing. Honestly, I can't blame them, it's an absolute war zone out here. So my first race on F1 Ranked takes me to Austria, a track that I don't mind all too much. We're going to put on a setup that we stole from Time Trial. It's got absolutely no straight line speed, but at this current time I had no idea if it was actually good or not in the race. Time to find out. We were actually on track for a decent qualifying for our initial race in F1 Ranked. We were 1 second off pole position, but through the third sector we were P6 out of, I think it was about 10 or 12 people in this lobby. It was going pretty well until I run wide at the penultimate corner, and through the final corner I have a bit of a meltdown. We're starting last for the first race. It's not quite as bad as last place, it's P13 in the middle of the pack, which is an absolute death sentence on F1 Ranked. Lights that and away we go. It's a pretty bad start, much like on F1 2015, but so far we've survived. There's some ghosting going on into turn number 1. This is relatively, actually very clean for F1 Ranked. I'm actually quite impressed. This is not the ranked I'm used to, but we survived turn number 1. Side by side, no we're not, he's driven away into the braking zone of turn number 3, around the outside, trying to get P11 off this guy. Can we get the better traction? Not really. The massive amount of downforce I had in this car wasn't really helping me too much, but we do get ahead into P11, into turn number 4. Is he going to send it to the inside? No, he isn't. This is unbelievably clean. This isn't the ranked I know. At the midway point of the lap, we are currently P11. It's going to become P10 as someone's had an incident through the middle sector. Again, it was a very small incident, and this is not the carnage that I'm familiar with. Is at this point I was kind of regretting being so conservative throughout the first lap. If I knew it was going to be this calm, I would have absolutely sent it. So we're P10 as we come on to lap number 2. We're side by side of Roundy into turn number 1. We've got Please Don't Swa. No idea what the rest of that says. But we've got a decent exit out of turn number 1. We've got DRS and Slipstream on Greg. Are these two going to collide into turn number 3? Probably not, because they're giving each other so much room into the braking zone. There we go, that's the ranked I know and love. I don't know how he missed 3 cars on the apex of turn number 3, but he somehow managed it. We've got the better exit out of turn number 3, going up to P9, still behind Greg. We don't send up the inside of turn number 4 despite him locking up. But it's once again, despite the audacious dive bomb we saw at turn number 3, it's been a very, very calm race. This is, I'll be honest, it's a little bit boring. Coming into the final corner, we get a much better line than Greg. Maybe because he's got front wing damage, that slightly undermines the joy I felt about being faster than him. We're on the inside of Greg into turn number 1, and it should be an easy move with the damage. We're going to get a better exit than him. DRS as well to help us. We've got a little bit of slipstream from Ozgaz ahead. And now we've got Get the Fuck Out, a career George Russell behind us. That's an interesting name, but into turn number 3 he's not going to challenge us. That's a very interesting line from Ozgaz, and he's immediately got a 3-second penalty. I don't really know how you attempt that line into turn number 3, but somehow Ozgaz has managed it. Get the Fuck Out, a career George Russell has absolutely breezed past me. That was quite soul crushing, but at least we've got past Ozgaz through turn number 4. Up into P8 we go, and up ahead we've got Farben Futch with a 2-second time penalty, so currently we are just net P7. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to be catching Get Fuck Out, a career George Russell. He seems pretty quick. On lap number 4, the carnage that is F1 Ranked really started to come out. It took some time, it took some warming up, but we're finally there. We've got Farben Futch and Mason Thomas battling at turn number 3. We're going to get a cutback on Mason and side by side on towards turn number 4. He's moving across on me, he's still moving across on me, he's forced me onto the grass. For some reason he backs out of it. Was it because he's a good person? Absolutely not, he's rage quit, he's left the session. We're now behind Farben as we come into turn number 5. Up the inside, I'm guessing he's got damage because that was an incredibly easy overtake. Get Fuck Out, a career George Russell has driven away rather easily, so it looks like we're going to be on for a pretty solid and pretty comfortable P6 as we come on to the final lap. And sure enough, my final lap was extremely uneventful, absolutely nothing to make a note of, absolutely nothing to bring up. I didn't think this bit through because I'm left-handed. We would have got P5 because get fuck out A career George Russell for some reason was slowing towards the line, but because of that unfortunate 2-second penalty that I just got out of the blue, we're going to miss out on P5 for the first race of F1 Ranked. And immediately I had to go to the race director just to double check, because that was my one and only corner cut. I can't help but feel that's a bit bullshit, only because it's happened to me. Everyone else fully deserved their penalties. Moving on to the next race, we are once again in Austria, because much like every single EA game, Ranked just loves Austria. This time though, I go for a different setup. I go for a more straight line speed setup, again that I nicked from Time Trial. We'll see if this one works out better for us. It definitely had its positives. There was one glaring negative though. Despite my creative interpretation of track limits, because everyone ended up getting disqualified, or at least half the grid got disqualified, we end up starting P8, which is a horrible place to start because we're right in the middle of the pack. So race number 2, let's see if we can avoid any bullshit penalties. I'm not salty at all, I'm just bringing it up. 5 lights. We've had 2 people jump the start. That is beautiful Ranked. That's 2 places we don't have to make up. They're going to be pitting at the end of this lap, or they're going to take out people. Honestly, it's 50-50 in Ranked. We've had a poor start though, down to P9, but we are net P7 currently. We're behind Doomed as we come to turn number 3. With the straight line speed, you can see the difference as we come into the braking zone. We're going to look around the outside. He's cut the corner. Farben has had an interesting turn 3, but with these lower wings, can we make ground on Doomed? Can we get him into turn number 4? We're ever so slightly quicker down the straight. We're going to look to the outside. Obviously, that's not going to happen because you've got no downforce to go around the corner. We're going to have to stay behind Doomed for now, but the real test was turn number 5. We're still running wide, we're still running horrendously wide. We have put a wheel on the gravel, but we haven't lost it. That's the important thing. There's absolute chaos ahead as the drive-through driver, I think, is trying to take people out. He's also got wing damage, so that's a phenomenal start for him. We've got 2 people coming into the pit, those are the drive-through drivers. Shockingly enough, and much respect to them, they haven't taken anyone out. Arguably they were trying to, but they haven't managed it, and at the end of lap number 1, we're P6. We're in a 3-way fight for P4 between Doomed and some boxes. Doomed goes to the inside of turn number 3 and then backs out of it because he's apparently a pussy. Gets a horrendous run out of turn number 3, and surely with DRS, yep, there you go. With my straight line speed, I easily go up into P5, and now we're going to be challenging boxes into turn number 4. He's also got wing damage, so we're in the perfect position. Never mind, he's turned in on me. That's the Ranked I know and absolutely despise. Making a perfectly clean overtake on someone and then being taken out because they can't take losing. Fuck, we're so back. And we're back with Farben, or at least he'll do something stupid and entertain me for a bit. I don't know what was wrong with Farben. I don't think he was just, I don't think he was very good, but we easily get back past him. We've got 3 laps to go. Let's see if we can chase down boxes and take him out for taking us out. Hopefully we can beat him. What the fuck was that, Farben? Fuck, we're so back. So that's 2 people. I'll try that again. So that's 2 people that have taken me out of this race. I definitely am going to be catching boxes unless he gets taken out. Now we've got to chase down Farben and get revenge. We've immediately passed Karma, which is ironic because it's exactly what Farben is about to experience. We've got 3 seconds in 2 laps to make up. Luckily, we've seen he's not very good. Unfortunately, though, my 2 nemesis is... Nemesis? I don't know. The 2 people that had taken me out were slipstreaming each other for P5, which obviously wasn't helping my charge to catch them. But at this point, we had switched to hot lap. We were pushing and giving it absolutely everything to hopefully try and get a pair of them. If we could end up P5 this race, that would be absolutely phenomenal. They are battling through turn number 3, and as we've seen, both of them can't drive for shit. So I'm feeling optimistic we can get this P5. I feel really optimistic. We've got the gap down to 2.3 seconds as they come into turn number 4. You can see they're really going for it. There's smoke coming up off the road. They're side by side. They've made contact. They're stopping each other. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. We've gone up into P5. Farben's got a 2-second penalty. Made that a 4-second penalty. I really don't know how Boxes has got away without a penalty, but I don't care. We've come home P5, our best result at F1 ranked so far. It could have been so much more had we not been taken out, but that's just F1 ranked, that's just how it works. I'm sure next race it'll be my turn to take someone out and have karma find me. I don't really know how Farben got the most overtakes given how he was shit slow, but moving on to the next race. What a surprise, it's Austria again. Well, this time we've tried straight line speed, we've tried downforce. I'm actually going to change my setup this time. Now I know this is confidential stuff, but on this occasion I will show you my setup. I know a lot of people hide this from viewers because, I'll be honest, I don't really know. But I will be the one to grant you secrets of a phenomenal setup on F1 25. The trick is to go into time trial, copy someone at the top of the leaderboard, and then when someone asks about your setup, just act like it's yours. So this time we've gone for a more neutral setup. We'll obviously be slower down the straights, slower in the corners, but it seems to have worked out for us. We've not cut through the final sector, and we're going to get a game best, P4 on the grid. Maybe I should have hid this setup, I've clearly found a secret. It was a pretty decent lap, we were only 1 second off pole position. Jesus Christ. Could this be the opportunity for us to get our first podium on F1 ranked? 3 races in, is the third one going to be lucky? 5 lights, lights out, and away we go. I don't think we're going for the win today. I'm your mate, seems a little bit too fast, but into turn number 1 we go. Shit.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's
Okay, we've had a bit of a moment through turn number 1, but I'm sure Doomed will see it as a genuine mistake. He won't do anything rash. Fair enough. So for the rest of this race, we've got a 2-second time penalty and floor damage. This is going to be fun. I'll be honest, the floor damage wasn't actually that bad. We were catching people, as you can see ahead. We were catching them a little too fast. Oh, for fuck's sake. We end up coming home P13, last of the runners. Fully deserved.
Okay, well we didn't hit our target unfortunately, but the positives are we did keep it clean.
What race did you watch? Race number 4, and finally we won at Austria. We're at Saudi Arabia, my favourite track in this game, and we show it by setting the fastest lap in qualifying. We've taken pole.
Yes, amazing stuff. The win, and it was super clean. That was a joy to watch.
Mark, this is qualifying, not the race. We haven't won. Jesus Christ, if I don't win this race, I am shit. I shouldn't have said that. Lights out and away we go for the Human Rights Grand Prix, my favourite track. Pole position, we've immediately lost it off the line. We're heading down towards turn number 1, we're going to go around the outside and try and hold this position inside line for turn number 2, and we've done just that. Back up into P1 at the most important sector of this track, because with the dirty air in this game, this sector behind another car is absolutely woeful. As you'll see if you just watch the gap between myself and P2. It was absolutely beautiful to drive out in front. Not so great if you had a car behind though. It didn't take me long at all to realise all I needed to do was lead into turn number 1 and just put dirty air into the car behind me, and it would be an easy win. So I was putting all my effort into leading into turn number 1, and the rest was actually pretty easy. All I needed to do was not make a mistake, because as you can see at the end of sector 1, the cars just couldn't follow. Normally I'd complain about that, but as the lead car, that's phenomenal game design, I love it. And even with DRS, all I need to do was save my ERS, use it on this pit straight, set the fastest lap, and lead into turn number 1. Job done. He's not going to overtake me. I will say this was a very boring race. I just included it to say I'd won a race on F1 Ranked on the opening week. Otherwise it's just a video of me just fucking up Austria consistently. But P2 and 3 started fighting at the end of lap number 3, and by that point I could just stretch my legs and just drive away from them. We're going to come home to win a dominant Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. 4 seconds ahead of P2, pole position, fastest lap, race win. What more can you ask for? Oh come on, that's not fair. So we've won our first race in F1 Ranked in dominant fashion, and this was actually my first win on F1 25. Obviously career mode's not going great, and I think for a while it's not going to be going great. And honestly, thinking back, it's my first win in a long time. I have not won an F1 race in any game mode for quite some time. I've had a lot of new viewers recently, and it's dawning on me that a lot of them have never seen me win a race.